There comes a moment when people suddenly realize they did not just come against you, they came against God. At first, they never saw you as someone who is divinely protected. They never saw you as someone heaven was backing. They thought you were small, alone, and an easy target. And because of that assumption, they felt bold. They thought they could play games with your life and your destiny. They thought they could run circles around you, manipulate and traumatize you, send spiritual attacks your way, and walk away untouched like they always did before. But what they did not know, what they could not see, was that God had his hand on you the entire time. And now the tables have turned, because the very attacks meant to destroy you became the evidence that you were never abandoned. They did not come for you because you were weak. They came for you because they thought you were weak and alone. They labeled you as insignificant, someone with no backing, no protection, no spiritual covering. They assumed God had abandoned you. And when people believe you have no one defending you, they feel entitled to harm you. They talk about you in private, mocked your faith, laughed at your words, dismissed your spiritual awareness. When you said you were divinely protected, they scoffed. They said, "What are they talking about? All that spiritual stuff. They are delusional. They don't even know what's really happening." In their minds, you were already defeated. And that belief gave them confidence. God allowed them access, not because he wanted you harmed, but because he wanted you awakened. Every attack you endured was not permission to destroy you. It was preparation to elevate you. They thought their access meant victory, but in reality it meant exposure. Exposure of who they really were. Exposure of what lived in their hearts. Exposure of the wickedness they thought God was not watching. God saw every conversation, every intention, every plot spoken in secrecy. Nothing went unnoticed, and while they believed they were gaining ground, God was building strength in you. Let's be honest, what you went through was not easy. You were tested in ways that forced you to grow, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. The attacks pushed you to pray when you felt tired, to trust when you felt alone, to stand when you felt surrounded. And instead of breaking you, it sharpened you. Your discernment increased, your awareness deepened, your connection with God intensified. You did not seek power, chase revenge, or retaliate. You surrendered, and that's when God stepped in. At one point, they believed they had won. You were quiet. You were not fighting back. You were not defending yourself publicly. And they mistook your peace for defeat. But what they did not realize was that silence does not mean surrender. It means trust. While they celebrated prematurely, God was positioning you. opening doors they could not shut, aligning people they could not control, lifting you in ways that made no logical sense. And suddenly, you were not where they left you. You were higher, stronger, and protected. This is where everything shifted. The same spiritual attacks they sent your way started returning to sender. Instead of roadblocks in your life, obstacles appeared in theirs. Instead of confusion for you, chaos entered their world. Instead of stagnation for you, blessings followed you. They started noticing, why isn't anything working? Why does everything keep going wrong? How are they still standing? And the realization hit them slowly, painfully, and unmistakably. This was not coincidence. This was consequence. Here's the moment that changed everything for them. They realized that fighting you felt impossible. Not because you were aggressive or retaliating, but because God was fighting for you. Every move against you was blocked. Every scheme collapsed. Every intention reversed. And that's when fear replaced arrogance, because going against you felt like pushing against an immovable force. They finally understood to go against you was to go against God. God did not just hear the public attacks. He heard the whispers, the jokes, the plotting done behind closed doors. God is the father to the motherless, the defender of the innocent, the protector of the overlooked. And God hates wickedness, especially when the wicked target someone they believe has no protection. They assumed no one would stand up for you, but heaven did. This is the part that confuses people the most. You did not have to expose anyone. You did not have to prove anything. You did not have to seek justice with your own hands. All you did was pray, trust, wait, and God handled the rest. While they were busy plotting, you were covered. While they were busy casting attacks on you, you were being elevated. While they were losing peace, you were gaining clarity. Now they are watching doors open for you, watching peace surround you, watching favor follow you, and they can't interfere because the same energy they once used against you now works against them. They see it, they feel it, and they know it. This isn't luck. This is divine alignment. The sad experiences you had did not happen to destroy you. It happened to remind you who you belong to. You are not forgotten. You are not unprotected. You are not alone. You are chosen. And when God chooses someone, no attack goes unnoticed, and no injustice goes unanswered. If you've been targeted, mocked, underestimated, or spiritually attacked, hear this clearly. You don't have to fight, prove, or explain anything. Stay rooted, faithful, and trusting. Because when God is for you, no weapon formed against you can prosper. And those who rise against you will eventually realize they were never fighting you, they were fighting God. And that is a battle no one wins. Stay strong and let God finish what He started. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you.